Guys, you will not believe it. You will not believe it. I've been recording for the past 5 minutes, only to find that I'm talking alone. I'm not even live. Yeah, the live button didn't go on. I pressed it, but for some reason, it didn't get pressed. Crazy. In such circumstances, you are even embarrassing me by letting me talk alone. Yo. Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. I hope that you are well. I am not well. Don't ask me why. You know why. I am not well. I am not well at all, especially if you are me, supporting Pirates, and then you are supporting Arsenal. Yo, I feel for you, Shem. I feel for you. Yeah, because yesterday was your day to be slaughtered. Yesterday was your day to be bantered. Yeah, even today they're gonna banter you, and tomorrow, yo, there's lama team lawa. You guys are common in the sense that you are always finishing second for the past 3 seasons. Kantan Katali ni manje, you start on top of the log. You start on top of the year. You were now this year you are starting to fumble. Both of you. Pirates this year has already dropped 4 points. 4. You want to win the league, you're dropping 4 points. And you guess who they're dropping those 4 points against? They're dropping 4 points against number 1 and number 2. Yeah. And the number 1 and number 2, how many points did they get against us? 4. We got how much? 1. Yeah. We drew with Sundowns. That's 1 point. They beat us yesterday. 0. We drew with Skukune this year. They beat us last year. That's 1 point. They took what? 4. Now, the big question is, the pattern is there. It looks like there's a certain team that struggles when they play teams that are in the top 3, top 4. Are you going to do well against Chiefs, or are you going to draw again and then lose the second leg? Or you're going to lose the first leg and then draw the second? What's really going to happen against Kaiser Chiefs? Because that game, I don't care how bad you say Chiefs is, or is organized, or whatever. That is a Soweto derby. I don't care how you think Pirates has the best players compared to Chiefs. That is a Soweto derby. You can never ever predict what's going to happen there. But the pattern is not looking good for us. We are struggling against the teams that are right on our necks, like I was Kukun and the Sundowns. I don't know how it will pan out against Chiefs. And I've seen the same pattern with Arsenal. Funny enough, I've seen the same pattern with Arsenal when they play teams that are in that top 4, 5. Hey guys, this pattern is crazy. I'm sorry for putting Arsenal here, but they're just another team that is just frustrating because they are bottling it in front of our eyes. Pirates, okay, I see that this year you've drawn and lost, but you're still in it. But when Arsenal, they're taking a dip, like the dip is there for everyone to see. You are drawing against Wolves, you are bottling a 2-0 lead. Nonsense. You struggled against Aston Villa. They beat you. You got beat by Manchester United. You draw with Chelsea while they had a red card. You lost to Liverpool. You are struggling against the teams that are right on your neck. And you think you're going to beat Man City. You drew with Man City even. So guys, the teams that are so close to you, the teams that are breathing on your neck, like that are competing with you for this thing, they are the ones that you must murr. But the moment you give Sundowns 3 points, you say, come closer. Come closer to me. They are coming. They are really coming. The momentum is there. They have a game next week of the league to catch up with you. They win that game, they're gonna go above you. Yeah, that one is not negotiable. They will win and come to number 1. Now it will be pressure. You should have opened a 9 points gap a week ago. Now you are in position 2 by virtue of goal difference, or even if it's not goal difference, goals for. Because if Sundowns, even if they win 1-0 in their next game that they play against Amazulu on Tuesday, even if they win 1-0, the goal difference will be equal to us, which is going to be 19, because now they have 18. It will be 19. But look at the goals for GF. They scored 26. If they win 1-0, it means they scored 27. They will come above us. If they win 2-3, that's possible. Even 5. Because, they're the most clinical team. That has been something I've been preaching on this channel for years, for a long time. Pirates and Sundowns, one of the biggest differences is the efficiency in front of goal. It is the quality in the final third. It's different, experience. Different. It is the cutting edge. It is the killer instinct that the coach was to coach up the Slamwadu. I'm still gonna talk to you. You have been talking to the media. You're not scoring, but there's no improvement still. We are talking, but we don't see the change. I'm not happy. You're not scoring enough. Well, there's no change. Every game is the same story. So how is this being addressed? If you guys are failing, just go and get a striker coach. Sundowns taught you a lesson yesterday. About Brian Leon, they take one touch, they score. Not 27 touches around the box. One touch, goal. You want to think 20 hours when you're inside the box until they take the ball from you. I don't care whether it's a penalty or not. He should have pulled the trigger way before Ndamane got there. We should have scored our opportunities. But this is our song now, Should have, could have, would have. This is how we are now. So we're still gonna get, and I'm happy. A part of me, guys, like I said yesterday, a part of me is happy. I'm not happy that we lost, but a part of me is happy that we are taught a lesson finally. Maybe we're gonna learn after this, I don't know. Because Tina, we are that team that is so lenient. We are that team that is so considerate. We don't have that thing to say, let's kill the game. Bafethu, angeke udlale the same. Uthi sidlale kahle first 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Who cares if you lost the game? Who cares? Football, guys, is a game of moments. Football is a game of spells. When you're having a good spell, use it. Who cares that you had 3 shots, 3 attempts, 3 on target, Sundowns had 0? Nobody cares because you did not convert. When they started to get theirs, because that's football for you, You're not going to be the one who's always taking the punches. If you keep on taking the punches and you don't knock them out, they will get their moment to knock you out. And that's exactly what they did. When they got theirs, they made sure that their first attempt is in the back of the net. After how many attempts from us? We look good. Who cares? Looking good without making the impact in front of goal. Football is about scoring. Football is about putting the ball in the net and changing that scoreline. Doesn't matter whatever you do after that or before that. You just need to make sure that you win the game, and that's what it means to win the league. And Sundowns showed us. They showed us yesterday. So 2-1 win to Sundowns. Shout out to Sundowns. They deserve to win. They deserve it. They were the better team. They were more efficient in the final third where it matters most. That's it. They were able to also punish us. We did this. We got away with it. Couple of times. 4-1 win. Nick. Kalangan ganti. Uwenile mus. Aw. Ngikhala nge-first half. First half I was so furious in that game of TTM. I was so mad. What type of football is this now? We're scoring with a penalty, we're scoring with a deflection. I told you, we are not even creating clear cut, but it doesn't matter because even if we create, we're not going to score them. And then second half, Tito came, he made the game better. And then we are playing Marumo Gallants. Bombutuma, Tito. You guys are missing opportunities for fun. You missed and missed. You won't win it. Imagine a game that you are leading 2-0. I think it was 2-0 halftime. Against Marumo at the Amstel Arena. And you end up winning. It was 1-0. I think it was 1-0 halftime. I don't remember well. But still, that game was supposed to score more than 5 goals. But because Pirates, They want 7 chances to score 1. They want 15 chances to score 3 or 2. It was going to catch up with us because you are going to find teams like Sundowns who are not going to allow you to create as much as you think you can, where you can miss this and score that and miss that and miss that and score that. It's not going to happen each and every game. You're going to do that to Aboma Room or Aboma case. When you find other teams, it's going to be hard. You know why? Because they're going to deprive you the ball. In my case, it doesn't mind you keeping the ball. They know that really they can't open up like that against you. Well, Sundowns, they are so comfortable on the ball. They've been doing this for years and years and years, close to a decade now. They're very comfortable on it. You are going to be deprived that privilege to keep the ball. So when you have it, you must make the most of it. But what did you do? What did you do? So that is why you're not going to create a lot of chances. The little that you create, you must convert. You're not going to create 7 chances against Sundowns. And even if you do, how many will you score? They need 2 chances to beat you. They need 3. If they score more, then it happens automatically because you start to panic. Vele, you want to cover. So shout out to Sundowns. They did very well yesterday. And us, guys, I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I know that the league is not gone. I know that we are still in the race, obviously, even if Sundowns wins their game on Tuesday. As you can see, they're going to play against Amazulu. And then you're going to have Chiefs also playing on Tuesday. Against Amazulu, at 7:30. It doesn't matter to me. Even if Sundowns wins 10-0 in this game, the league race is very much on. But I'm pretty sure Sundowns will beat Amazulu and go back to position 1. And maybe you are too comfortable in that top spot. We got an opportunity to open a 9 points gap and we fumbled it. So now it's going to be tough. But also, as much as I'm saying it's still on, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything just because now, even if they win, they're level with us and it's still wide open. Yes, it is. But still, we have issues. And we've been seeing these issues even when we are winning. Even when we are getting results, we are still seeing these issues. But now, we are going to talk a lot about them because we lost. We lost. So, now, we're going to talk about Mabasa. Why did you sell Mabasa? Scoring. You didn't want him because he's lazy. But in the second half, I didn't see you pressing. Oh, okay. You couldn't press, obviously. They're already leading 2-0. So, they're already leading 2-1. So, if I press, they're going to... But in the first half, you were pressing. You were capitalizing. Did you capitalize? You were taking the balls, and what did you do with that? Obviously, it's going to change how you play when they score. Or when they score 2, then close it. Considering 2 goals, guys. When last did you see Pirates coming back from 2 goals down to win a game or to draw it again? When last did you see that? Because, that is why even when Tito scored yesterday, I was not I was excited that we pulled one back, especially in the first 5 minutes. But I was not overly, because it gave me the flashbacks of the last game. If I remember well, when we played Sundowns and they beat us 4-1 in the same month of February. I think PSL must stop playing us with Sundowns in February. Sundowns in February just beats us. February is your month, Sundowns, ne? Yeah? The last time you guys beat us was in February last year, and we are doing it again. Last year, when they beat us 4-1, they scored 2 goals. And then we scored and make it 2-1. They came back and made it 3-4. So that is why yesterday, even when we scored that one, I was looking to see, are we going to score the second or are they going to score the third? Nah. The game just ended 2-0. Guys, so shy Chiefs. Yeah. Are you sure? Don't lie to yourself. Are you sure? We are capable of beating Chiefs. I'm not disagreeing with that. But are you sure? That's a derby. That's a derby. Anything is possible there. But maybe because we lost this game, we're going to go there, maybe serious. Who knows? We'll get 6 points from Chiefs. It says, we shall see. We shall see. If you continue with these things of yours, of playing around when you're in the box, I forget, you will draw again there. You will draw. I'm telling you. If you're not serious, we're going to be in trouble, guys. So now, it's time for us to be bantered. Rightfully so. We lost the game and we were so confident and we were making noise. Yes, we were. We were making noise. You know? And you know what our team did? This is what they did. And Pirates just does this. They're always like this. I don't know. When you start to be so confident and you start to believe, like, yo, they're just going to squash it on your, like they are going to tell you, hey, baba, calm down. So, noma ngabe senza kahle, mele senza ngathi asiboni. The moment isiqala nje ukubakhomenda, abo CM, sibisi, bavele benze so. Ubakhomende, bakhiphe ama-clean sheet, ubakhomende, ubatshele ukuthi hey wena, you are in the, you are player of the season. You are a contender for defender of the season. Avele bakujikele, yazini. And vele it was gonna catch up with us. Masidlala neMarumo. First game, that game, first half, first opportunity. There was that chance where Siema made a mistake and fell. Gave the ball away. Katlego Otladisa gone. Sipo Chain had to come out and make a save there. I don't even want to think how it would have been if they scored first even. But we made a mistake in that game. The difference is that they did not punish us for that. Yeah. But you see, if you don't learn from that and you just close the book because you won the game, it's fine. You are going to suffer next time when you get teams like Sundowns. And it happened. Yesterday, the mistakes did not go unpunished. You let your man to leave you, did not go unpunished. You don't want to make contact with the ball, doesn't go unpunished. A lot of mistakes in that game. I saw Sibilibili sometimes trying to cover for Siema while Siema is covering for they were covering for each other. I'm like, yeah. And then people are talking about Sibilibili let Modiba to be free. Hey, bana. Sibilibili must mark Tashrik Matthews and mark Modiba alone. Where are your forward players? Where are your Mufukengs and your Apolises to come and help defensively? Huh? When we are attacking, you had Tashrik Matthews trying to come back. You had Tapelo Morena trying to come back so that they can try and double up and try and close those gaps and be acting as a backup. When Apolis is attacking, who is marking him? When Mufukeng is attacking, who's marking him? The same player that marks him. He must make sure that he tracks them when they attack us. You can't expect Sibilibili to be marking Tashrik Matthews and to mark Aubrey Modiba alone. When he leaves Matthews, he comes to Modiba. Modiba passes Matthews. Even that was a problem. And then we made those little mistakes. Got punished. Got punished. The first goal, the hole that was opened. You guys, I don't know how you communicate. We are trying to play high line, but omunye we break line, omunye ungene phakathi. I saw a hole in that first goal. Nemtajela, Siema, Sibis. Like you just open the hole, and I wanna Leon. Is still gonna score a lot of goals in our league. A lot of teams that is organized at the back. He's still gonna score a lot of goals just because of he's very good. That guy. He reads the game very well. You know, he reads it and he's aware and he sees that final pass where it's gonna come. He connects the dots and he makes the runs into those spaces that are open. And he has the pace and the footy. He has the first touch. Yo, Nkosi yami. Ngathi it's a fortune to have a player with the first touch these days. A player with the first touch these days. Player we have. I don't even want to call names. I'm a player guys, you are playing professional football, but the first touch yako. Yes. I angeke. I. No, man. First touch. Marudlaleli Pirates. First touch yakho mfethu vele nje yenza ibhola libe for contention. Sekuyi 50-50 already, but sikuphasile kahle. Sekuyi 50-50. How are you expecting to win games? Are you going to do that against other teams that are low quality? But when you find teams that are gonna be putting you under massive pressure, you need to be good in terms of that first touch. And sometimes you need to apply it in your mind that the first touch is I'm shooting. Not all the time I have to trap it and then take it. Sometimes inako aiho guys. Nako. Just pull the trigger. And yesterday, I love that Sundowns did that. They scored with first touch. First touch, just kick the ball in the net. Asikho isikhathi sokucabanga. Mabasa was one of them, member. Umshayeli cut back nje. First touch is a goal. Safuna trap akayi-20 and awukhona nokutrap. Mawutrap ibhola liyahamba liyemuva. Mawutrap ibhola already nje so under pressure physically gone. Balithathile ibhola. Hi guys. So I know you don't care about the penalty. Fact is that it should have been a foul because it was a game-changing moment. That was a game-changing moment. I remember I don't care about it very mina, honestly, because after that, what did we do? Still, they scored in the first third of the game, if I can say. It was 1/3 of the game, right? 30 minutes. We still had 60 plus. And the foot member, I don't care again. You know why? Because it's not the first time a decision goes against us or a decision goes in favor of us. We have gotten favors. We have gotten decisions that favor us. We've seen Kaizer Chiefs score a goal that was offside against Golden Arrows. We've seen Pirates getting a penalty that was not even a penalty against Shippa United. We've seen Sundowns. I don't know if I should say that was a penalty or not, because the fact of the matter, what frustrates me the most is that that player did not even pull the trigger to start with because he wanted to take $1 trillion touches. I'm sorry, but Tito must learn to shoot when he's around the box. The same way he took the shot outside the box. In the box, it requires more agency. There's no time to trap and you want to use your right and your left and you just try the keeper out. The keeper is Tata Zeling. You are just 1 meter in front of him here. Is Tata Zeling. Just pull the trigger. That's what frustrated me the most. And the recovery was marvelous. I don't know if that's a penalty or not. I do think that she got the man and he got the ball. In some instances, that is given as a penalty. Sometimes it's not. I don't know. Futinji, Gafana, it's not like it's going to make a difference. Tomorrow, we might play Keswick Stars and score with offside or get a penalty that is not a penalty. It happens, remember. I don't want to talk about refereeing. I'm tired of that. We've done that for years and years. It's never going to improve anyway. When you play a game, you must know that you don't depend on the referee. That's it. That's it. Convert your chances, create enough so that you don't have to talk about the refereeing. At least talk about the refereeing while you won the game. It happened even last time we beat Kaizer Chiefs 3-2. How many decisions went against us in that game? But we won. And we talked about the referees after. And you robbed us penalties. Mabasa was fouled here. Yeah, but they didn't give it. But we won the game because we can't dwell on the referee's decisions. It's the PSL. There's no VAR. Maybe that was going to be revisited via VAR. Maybe they were going to find it as a penalty or not. I don't know. And I don't care because the game ended and we did not respond. Gafan. In fact, we let them to score the second goal after that. You know? So I don't love talking about refereeing, member, because Gafana, Victor, uzovela manje yashaya isuit yakhe abhizi laphayana ku-screen, but it's not like bazoyichintsha. Even if athi penalty, even if athi akusi penalty, kuyafana member, sedliwe. So ileague yethu injalo. Sometimes uzobenefita, sometimes it will be at your detriment. You must just take it. The same way you are able to take it when you benefit, you must take it when you don't. Let's move on. We had to respond. We had to pull that trigger before. So nje mina bafethu angifuni ukukhuluma ngabo referee nizongixolela. Angingeni indaba yabo referee. Angingeni nje. Into engizoyisho ukuthi siconcede igoli lokuqala in the first 30 minutes of the game or 35. We still had 60 or 50 plus minutes to respond. What did we do? That's what we must talk about. Let's leave the referees. Let's leave the referees. What did we do? We considered the second goal. And from there, you're drowning yourself, Moose. And then you started the second half the best way you scored. And then what did you do after scoring? And then before you even score, abambuthuma bashaya amapali. Ayi bafethu. Sometimes remember. Oh, Victor Yopis laphana Monday. Uzothi shilo shakusaseko ra. Sasekanga. It doesn't make a difference. That's the fact of the matter. Whether the penalty was robbed, whether or not we didn't get it, we lost the game. What you can be grateful of maybe is that it happened in the first half and not maybe in the last minute of the game. So you still had some time to try and rectify this. So I'm a referee guys name angithanda ukukhuluma ngabo because it's not like yithi kuphela basarobhayo kwi-league. Bengizounderstand baningi ama-team arobhayo every week. Abo ref bayenza ama-decision are wrong. So we need to move on. We need to move on. We need to accept the lose. And this lose needs to fuel us, my brother, my sister. This lose must fuel us. If you're gonna be taken by TikTok, you're in trouble. If you're gonna be taken by Facebook, now on Facebook they're coming for everyone. They're coming for the coach. They're coming for Sbilibili. They're coming for Sibisi. They're coming for Mbutuma. They're coming for all our players. What you need to remember is that these very same players, we need them. We need them going into that derby. We need them going into that Keswick Stars. So let's be a bit mindful. Because Tina must lose. We come for all our... We just attack them like, well, yeah, they lost. It's not nice. It's very painful. It is painful to lose, especially against number 2 and number 3. It's very frustrating to lose against... Bro, those are the teams that are fighting you for the league. And you are giving them points to get to you. Like, what are you doing? One of the best ways to win the league is to beat the ones that are chasing you. Yes, you must beat everyone else, but there's the ones that are right behind you that are so consistent. Beat them and open the gap. What do? You give them a ladder. Yeah, you give them a stepping ladder. Say, hey, Kibelan, Ozan, Sizoma soy 2 pesos. Well, Sundowns will take it. When Tuesday bazo Shamazul, that's like number 1. They won, and then already, you bottled it. So our players, this is where now we see how mentally strong you are. Psychologically, your strength will show now. Character-wise, how are you guys after this lose? After all of this social media backlash and, banter and whatever. How are you? Playing on Saturday against Keswick Stars. Again, I promise you, we are not going to beat Keswick Stars the way we should. We are going to beat Keswick Stars, but we're not going to beat them the way we should. Because when we get to the box, people are slow. People lack the sense of agency. People don't want to take responsibility. They want to pass. Guys, they want to pass each other 20 times before they score. So yesterday, Sundowns, Gabonga. They showed us our problems. I love to lose if it's around these times where we still have 10 plus games to play. I can take that lose. The lose maybe was gonna be more painful if it was in the last 5 games, last 6 games of the league, where we have a clearer picture with but now we still have more than 10 games to play. We still have 13. So, like I said, even if they win, we are going to be level with points and the goal difference won't be much different. So, it's still on. We just have to do our job on our side. And they do theirs. If it goes down to goal difference, so be it. Because that's the reality. Should Sundowns win all their remaining games and Pirates win their remaining games, they are going to be level on points at the end of the season. And then the goal difference will come to play. If this is level, then the goals for will come to... So, What I'm trying to say here is that it's still in our hands how we want to do it. You know, we have to do our job. So Sundowns isifunde sisifundo and emele sisifunde leso sifundo. Singaveli nje sibe ama-bad loser. I feel like sometimes we're just bad losers. We don't want to accept that we lost. We want to just keep on coming for our players, bashing them. Yabona manje, others are saying Sibilibili is a right winger. You played as a right winger, he gave us nothing. Nothing. We signed him from TS Galaxy as a fullback. Just because yesterday that side was exposed. People are saying Sibilibili now is a right winger. He played right winger for a long time. He didn't give us nothing. Futu Sibilibili is one of those players that just came, performed against Sundowns, performed against Kukuna, performed against Sundowns. And ever since then, I have not seen much from him. I have not seen enough from him at all. Are you saying if Van Rijn started that game, we were not going to lose? Are you saying that? If Van Rijn started yesterday, Pirates was going to win that game, or they're not going to concede 2 goals. Mina nje bafethu inkinga isasena phambili. The forward players are not efficient. Apolis uthola ibhola, thatha direction yakhe esingayazi ukuthi yini. Thatha direction yakho mfethu usifaka kwi-traffic nje. Uyahamba nje uyongena kwi-traffic. Bavulile ngapha. Uyale. Apolis these days na nje wenze ezinye ezibukwayo. Yazi guys, I've been talking about Apolis. And people are Apolis uyassist uthola ama secondary. Ngithi mina ngikuphikisi. Yes, but udropile. Ama game aso. Bese ngidinga umuntu ofana no-Apolis. But mbheke ukuthi bekayenzani. He was going straight into the traps. And he made a good pass. Is he the one that passed Tito? And then Tito, eat my brother. Awa. Kibatla uchiya pass ya $1 million. Kibatla, I want to put it on my strong foot. Itokora hantle. No boxing mfethu. After urobile offside trap, you understand what crime you just committed. You broke the offside trap, bro. That's a crime because it means the defenders behind there that you broke that line. They are panicking. They are gonna come running at you. You committed a crime by breaking the line. But what do? You don't want to eat. You want to be arrested. Well, Ndamane came back. You were still thinking, where am I gonna put this? Which foot am I gonna use? Guys. Guys, ngayibonda be penalty. But before a penalty or before inverted angazi penalty, because there's no guarantee even with the penalty lelia. But before that, ngisasho futhi, he should have taken the shot. We've seen Pirates getting penalty. You remember when Tito scored the Panenka against Kaizer Chiefs? You remember? That was last season. Tito scored the Panenka, we beat Chiefs. Mufukeng was fouled. But you see what Mufukeng did? He was able to shoot. He took the shot and he didn't score. The penalty was still given. That's what I'm crying about. I'm crying about why didn't he pull the trigger? At least we can talk about the penalty after. But connect with the ball. Connect with it. Take a shot. Like, why? Why? Guys, no. But taking 20 hours. Pull the trigger. You know. Sebelebele was playing, it's just that it didn't have good tactical on how the opponents can attack. Otherwise, we will wipe our tears on Saturday. Everyone. So now, people are saying Sibilibili is a right. We've tried Sibilibili as a right winger, guys. It did not work because he plays almost the same way as our right backs. The same thing. You played Sibilibili as a right winger with Libby. So what did he do? Because he was looking for that space, the same space that Libito wants. It didn't work. It did not work. It was not working. We've played Sibilibili more as a right winger than a right back. What did he do? So now, because yesterday the goals came from that side, he should have played as a right winger. Let's play him as a right winger in the next game. Next game, it won't show. Play him as a right winger against Kaizer Chiefs. Let's see. Let's see if he's a right winger. Yo. About Daniel Msendami. Daniel. Hey, we are starting a war. Hey, Daniel. uDaniel Msendami bamphasa ibhola kalitrappi uyalihlanga angazi ngizothi uyenzani bakuphasa ibhola Daniel Msendami uhamba nalo nje until first touch ithathwe opponent mara baphase wena because when you didn't want to touch the ball the opponent ends up touching it for you and futhi angisafuna ukukhuluma asiphumeni kule nto le sidliwe but ama mistake esiwenza izolo guys we deserve to lose asekele nje ukuzichaphaza we deserve to lose because of the mistakes and because of not scoring when we got the opportunity to do so. Yes, we got punished. Finally, now it's tangible. Maybe now it's gonna click to our players' heads now, for real. Ogoti football is not forgiving. That is why when we play CAF, sometimes, this is how we get out in CAF. If you know, we'll play well, be confident. Come CAF, very big game, important game. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we will do. We will fumble, we will make mistakes, and we will fail to beat them when we should. So we have to bounce back to winning ways. Big match next weekend, Kaizer Chiefs. They are laughing at us. Yes, what? They are laughing at us, guys. We are a joke. My defense that Chiefs, they happy. You would swear we won the trophy. They are so happy that we lost. Nakiri, let us go. Let us go there. FNB round 2. Going back to FNB again. Let's see what Moremi can do this time. Apolis. Luna, guys. What happened to you guys? Like you guys are worrying me, like for real. Mfukeng. Mfethu. No tla mnati biyang. Mara maubani nix. Tito tried. In fact, when we took Tito out, when Tito went out, yes, it was just worse. I didn't see the difference Andre de Jong made. I didn't see the difference Msendami made. I didn't see the difference Moremi made. All the players came from the bench. I did not see what exactly did they contribute to change that game in our favor. None. So yesterday's game, guys, we need to just be honest and take it. It was a lose that was deserved. We deserved it. And we have to take it and keep our heads up and move forward and try to loosen those tight screws. I do not know why Mabasa didn't play. People are coming for the coach that he does not like Mabasa. Well, I don't know. Mina, what I got, we talked about it from the time when it was said that he was injured. We talked about it that he's in FNB. But even when I said that he's in FNB, I did say that not everyone that is in FNB will play. Some of them, they're not going to play. Maybe they're preparing them for the derby, or they're just making them to feel special. They're there with the rest of the team. That's what I said. Or maybe he is injured, but it's just light training. It's not a serious injury, but you need to take precaution. I don't know. And again, there's no guarantee that if Mabasa was there or if Mahopa was there, we were going to win. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. We're just going to speculate now. We're looking for something, to blame. If Mahopa was there, yeah, we were going to win. If Mabasa was there, well, there's no guarantee either way. Even if they were there or not, unfortunately, they were not there. So we can't speak of that because they were not there. We don't know what was going on. If Dancing was there, guys, they were not there. They were not there. So their coach, he has to look at himself in the mirror himself. He has to. He selected that team and his team considered the goals. Now, what is he going to do next? What are you going to do next, Coach Abdeslam? We've been making mistakes. And I've been saying it. CM is one of the players that makes mistakes. And for me, he even makes mistakes more than Sibis. But he's very good, CM still. Better than Sibis, but he has mistakes. Sibis again. Awatatazela, yo. and he gives the balls away. He's not good in terms of ball distribution. CBC also. I saw under pressure. Yeah, he would just give the ball away in the middle. Katan, Ozan, Alend. How? Aye. So these mistakes, we've been doing them, going unpunished. You know, we're playing Orbit College. I mean, come on. They're not gonna punish you. Playing Marumo Kalanza, they're not gonna punish you. Playing Chipa. Yeah, you're playing Amasudu. You made these mistakes, a little bit of them. You know, even Golden Arrows, we made a mistake and conceded. It was gonna catch up one day. This thing of normalizing mistakes. And exactly fortune. I was smiling when I saw Mukwena getting a yellow card in the first half. I was like, yeah, bo. Was it the first half? I think so. I think it was Tito. And I commend Tito for that because they fouled him first. He didn't fall. It looked like he was going down, but he stayed up because he was aware of the opening. You know, that we have them open, Sundowns. He didn't fall for the free kick. He wanted to continue going. And then they fouled him again. And then Mukwena got a yellow card. I was like, yes, Mukwena is yellow carded. That's good. Because if Mukwena has a yellow card, then yeah, we can capitalize on that. And then Miguel Cardoso makes subs, remember. I thought he's gonna take out, you know, the players that are having yellow cards, like Mukwena. Mukwena was never gonna go out, but there was another one. I think it was Jaden Adams. Didn't take him out. He had a good game, Jaden Adams. You know, I was like, okay, they're still having cards, Moose. Let's continue. Kekana has a yellow card. Let's continue. Maybe we can force a red card, or even if you don't force a red card, just keep them. You know, keep coming at them. They're gonna be scared to commit. Then that means you can get a freeway, maybe. We did not do any of that. We did not capitalize on the fact that they have cards. None. So that game, guys, we deserve to lose. Look, now I'm showing Arsenal table. Well, now Arsenal ne Pirates ne fan. Angazi ukuthi ubani uzodecide ukuthi akafani nomunye. Maranje. Guys, you guys have been failing to win the league for the past 3 seasons. You have been finishing number 2. This year, you guys went to the win. Yes, both of you. I don't know if Arsenal and Pirates. You decided that you were gonna go to that window. We're gonna sign. Pirates brought in Mutuma, they brought in Apolis, they brought in Sendami, they brought in all these players. And I'm not gonna mention all of them. Abombul, the Arsenal now, you're tight. Silanda bo Madwork. Hey, Madwork uzogijima share nebhola move. Yogijima azaphume nebhola ngaphandle. Yo, what a signing. Yeah. What a mediocre player that one. Yes. They signed Abo Madwork. They signed Abo Eze, who are showing up in small games. Ay, amanyama player ne. As bengimthemba kanjani as disappoint. They signed Abo Eze, they signed Abo Zubamendi. They went to the window, they signed. And now Abo Norgadi. I'm like, okay. These teams are now signing. And the last season, if you check, they were both struggling because they didn't sign. Abanye bebangena strike abadlalisa uMerino as a strike. Abanye bebangena wing abadlalisa uShandu as a wing. Usibuza ukuthi kwenzakalani? Why ningasign? Why ningasayinanga ngoJanuary? Niyazi ukuthi indaba zakasali ngazilunga. Hayi, sidlalisa uShandu as. It was a struggle last season. This season finally they decided that they were going to sign. They signed. And they started the season, they're doing well, they were on top. Even now, they're on top as we speak. But they're fumbling now. Now, both of them. This year, drop a man. And the teams that are used to winning the league, they're behind you. Sundowns is there. Man City is right behind you. Because you are now fumbling. You see, this year, all of a sudden, you are dropping. We've already dropped 4 points, guys. We're still in February. 4 points. Why if we had those 4 points, go as 32 points. 42 points. If I'm not mistaken. Huh? But it's not 4 points. Yeah, it's 4 points. Yo. Yeah, I would have been on 42. Yeah, guys. And Sundowns would have been on 33. And Skukune there would have been on 31. Where's Ambile, guys? We have opened a gap, a real gap. Same thing with Abo Arsenal. They draw 2 games in a row. In the last 5 games, they won 2. They drew 2. They lost 1. Imagine, you want to win the league. Last 5 games, out of 15, you collect Just what? 8 out of 15. And you're saying you want to win the league. With the league now approaching the last 10 games, you're not serious. So guys, we need to be careful. We really need to be careful. Remember, the similarities are there. Into Kulmayo makes sense to those who understand and watch Arsenal and watch EPL. Into Kulmayo, I understand. I understand. And it's a fact. And they are poor. Because, let's win a league. I'm trying to push you to win a league. We can't always be doing. We've already dropped 4 points, guys, this year. So we need to pick up. And the Indian Warisha are cool. We are dropping points against the teams that are in the top 3, top 4. Kokune was in the top 4, top 3. So my question is, can we not, please not drop against Chiefs? We have to beat Chiefs, guys. I wonder, guys, if we fumble in the derby, then the damage will be bigger than it is now. Losing against Sundowns, we can take that. They were the better side, really, But if you're gonna lose next week against Chiefs, now you're losing in a derby. Yo. And the Mount Lalani Chiefs, so everyone go to Chiefs defensively. The guys are cool main pet. Kaiser Chiefs is the best defensive team. Can I get an A, man? Yes, they are. Now they're the best defensive team. Thanks to you, Pirates. Conceding 2 goals. 2 goals, Mapagani. Chiefs now have considered the least goals. Yes, I know they've played 15 games, but still. It tells you that their defense is rock solid. Are we going to be able to break it down? Time will tell. Next weekend, FNP Stadium, we play Chiefs, So we shall see, guys. Yeah, yesterday experience came for us, guys. Minanje, I was just watching a game where I saw Manji. Sundowns is now showing us Nina, a police, and no experience. Dallas yenza lento Mbuthuma. Oshwani. They used their experience very well yesterday. They used it very well. I love how they managed the game. How they deprive us the ball. It was so frustrating, but it was so commendable. Because I'm looking at them, I'm like, this is how we can win the league. If we want to win the league. Because it's still going to be tough. And when we have a 1-0 lead sometimes, just like Sundowns, they had a 1-0 lead, 2-1 lead, 1 goal margin. The way they were just managing the game, just keeping it out of our reach. And that midfield, they were just going through it, Nji. They just kept the ball so well. And that was slowing down the game. And yeah, sometimes they would go down, cramping. I mean, that's what we were going to do too, if we were on the lead. But I love how they just managed that game to see it out. They understood the task and the importance of winning that game. And if you're not winning, at least not losing it. And they got the results. And shout out to them. I mean, you beat Rulani Mukwena 3 days ago. And then you beat Abdeslam Wadu. Those are proper teams that you beat. That have been doing well. That are doing well in their leagues also. So those are big wins for Sundowns. And if there's a turning point for Sundowns, if people were saying they are crippled. Crippled. Well, if they are crippled, then now they are no longer crippled, Dr. Kumalo, are they? All of a sudden. Or are you going to say Pirates lost to a crippled Sundowns? Is that what you're going to say? Crippled. Well, now they are going to gain more confidence. You beat MC Alger, you beat Pirates. Pela, in both these games, there were games that could have taken them out of the Champions League. If they didn't win. And it's a game that could have potentially taken them out of that league race. Or could have made it so hard for them to win the league. Now, not so hard. Because they know they have a game in hand. They are level with us. So if it goes to the wire, so be it. So they delivered in both games. In just 5 days. That's commendable. Jealous down. They responded when they needed to. The best way possible. That was a great response. Remember Uchenko Ringo. Angazi ukuthi sikhipani bafethu mina ngamaplayer wethu. Amaplayer wethu but aslow but yabona manje ama team esodlala nawo vele. We don't need a lot of speed. Maybe Chiefs, yeah. Chiefs na izothenga ukuthi sibe namaplayer a bit quick but angeke futhi ngoba Chiefs angeke idlale pound for pound. Yes. Angeke badlale pound for pound. They will play on those transitions, you know. They will break when we have those 3 passes. They will try and hit us with those counters. I know they're gonna use the speed of Abu. Well, to Prince ngathi akasadlaliswa manje. Angazi why. Abo Lilepo, they're gonna use that. Try and use that. Nabum do or die. They have the speed. They can kill us, you know, on a good day. So you can play with players like Abo Dlamini and Abo Tito, you know, but there are certain games where their slowness and their lack of agency, if I can say, and their lack of work rate sometimes just gonna be against us, you know. But yesterday, I think Tito, he did play well. He did. He wasn't bad at all. He was one of the better players also on that pitch for some reason. He was trying to make things like the players that I was expecting to make things happen. They didn't. Tito tried yesterday. Yeah, he didn't. It frustrated me. He didn't take the shot, but he still pushed yesterday, Tito. You know. So, Abafit, now it's on us now. I wonder how we're gonna respond. Can't wait to see what will happen going forward. I'm happy. The league is on. The race is on. Yeah, they're not gonna match us pound for pound, remember. So that is why I'm saying you can use those players. De Jong is not a striker, Shebana. Leareka, hey, KG, what are you saying now? Perekanya, the guy is too slow. Well, the guy said it himself that he can play, he loves to play as a false 9 or a number 10. And that's how he's been used, even at Stellenbosch. The problem with Pirates, the problem with Abdeslam, Pirates, ibapalaka speed, imapa. Pirates, ibapalaka agency. And yesterday, we lacked that. I was crying for Muremi. Coach, Muremi came. What did he do? What did Muremi give us? I don't even remember him touching the ball. Imagine, I know that he touched it, but I don't remember anything significant he produced. And there was a time that game just needed speed, just needed that extra man, you know. But it just got worse with the subs. The subs just made it worse. So nje azokhala Mufukeng ngazi kwenzakaleni. Abumbule didn't. He was there, didn't play. I don't know, guys. I want umsebenzi ka coach lo. He's the one that should be answering all the. I don't know. Uthi Dlamini why angadlali umbule. Hey guys, I don't know. But the coach now you have to show. And I challenged you, coach. Coach, I challenged you with your team. Don't concede first. That was my plea for this game. You have been conceding first for the last 3 games we played against Sundowns. Please don't concede first again this time. Well, they said 4th time in a row we're gonna concede first. That is insane. That is insane. And now we've given them, they are so happy. They are so happy. Look at the joy. The friends of Sundowns. I want these friends to be murdered, guys. While they are still laughing, we must get ready for them. I want us to beat them. Pirates, please stop this thing of not scoring. Unchain laba, man. Laba bathanda ukusifaka. Laba ngangeni khona. Ngifuna sibashaye. Yazi masingashayi Chiefs nje. Ngendlela nje manje uyazi ukuthi kuyafana mos it will be a 1 goal margin even if they win. Nibashaye bafethu, nibashayela ukuthi nje phinde kube i-statement sokuthi hayi phela sikaphumi sasekhona kule race. Manje uzobona igame ngaphela ngedraw or asiwine 2-1 or 1. Ngifuna sibathele into, but I don't mind whatever win, but if it's possible guys nikore namagoli. So nje guys, nakishapa nakuzabatla uditsena. We might meet Sundowns in a Nedbank Cup, you know, remember, it's possible, it's highly possible for us to meet Sundowns in a Nedbank Cup, you know, final. If they do well against TS Galaxy, it's not gonna be easy. I saw TS Galaxy took that game to another stadium. I'm like, what is TS Galaxy trying to cook now? Hey, they took that game to a different stadium. Not Mbombela. I'm like, and then Intangimo. So maybe they're gonna use that as the advantage. Alright, with these teams you must try and use your advantage in another way, somehow. So let us wait and see. There is a possibility of Sundowns and Pirates. Solomon Mahlangu, Sundowns and Tears Galaxy on Saturday. Can't wait for the NetBank Cup. I don't know whose friends you're gonna be now because you're not in that cup. So hi guys, let's move. I think our players were scared. They didn't show up, remember, none of them. All of them were below what we usually expect from them, which is a problem. If you have players that can switch on and off, you know that Apolis can give you more than that. You know that Mufukeng can give you more than that. You know that Tito can give you more than that. You know that Muremi can give you more. You know these players can give you Abos Bilibili, Abos Siema. You expect them to give you more than that. But they didn't. They did not. At all. And the Pirates is a very quick team. I'm a player fan about Tito, about Lamini. Hey, about Andre de Jong. When we need that speed, they're not really up there, They're not really. But what frustrates me the most is that we have the knowledge. They have the knowledge. As Tito, you're not as quick as Mufukeng as a 10. You're not. How create a chance to shoot her on time? Because you slow, well. For you to pick a spot, it takes 5 seconds. For Mufukeng to pick a spot, it takes 2 seconds. And it's natural because we are slow and the other one is. But you need to know your strengths and weaknesses so that when you are in your weakest, you know how to deal with it. The moment you receive the ball in the box, and you did this even against Marumo, the moment you have the ball, make sure you pull the trigger before, because you are slow, you're going to end up squandering. And then yesterday again, ball in the box, had to pull the trigger. I still say it. Tito, there's no justification. You had to shoot there, Papa. You had to shoot. I know. Maybe it was a penalty. You had to shoot though. Why didn't you shoot? Why didn't you shoot? Why not shooting when you're in the box? Why? Why are you waiting for the perfect moment? There's no perfect moment in the box, guys. The best moments are the ones that you are not even perfect. The ones that are not even planned. Those are the perfect ones. Those volley goals, first touch goals. Those are the special ones. Not the one that you still want to trap and play and choose which spot you are playing. No. Those special goals are the ones that you just instantly, put in the net. There's no time to plan when you're in the box. It's crunch time. The time to shoot and score. But you have players that are thinking 20,000 times before they pull the trigger. It is frustrating. It is so frustrating to get in the box and you can't even pull the trigger. It is one of the most frustrating things because it's not easy to get into the box of Sundowns as an opposition team. When you are there, you should be quick. You should treat it urgently and execute immediately. But we take time. Nemtajela and Butuma, they are my favorite too. Where did you get that, Ri? Where did you get that? Butuma? Nemtajela? Why? Because I'm not talking about them. Remember. You're fun. Mbutuma sengikhulumile ngaye. I've spoken, maybe you have not been there when I speak about Mbutuma. Mbutuma lacks the basics of football. The basics. Like the basics. Like the touch, the first touch. He needs to work on that. Mbutuma man Buffett, mixed emotions, because I love that when he's in the game, you're going to see he tries and makes himself seen, but also he's not so good in the first touch. He's not so good in terms of passing. Also, sometimes when it's required to, I don't know how to pinpoint Mbutuma. The little things are lacking in his games, and those are the things that cost us. You pay a big price in modern football or lacking the basics. You know, guys, there's nothing much to speak about. That is why I said I'm not gonna do the player ratings, because for what reason? For what exactly? You know, he hit the woodwork. He had 2 shots in that game. So hey, sasekude guys. Noma singafaka umahopa kusasa kuyafana. Nizokhala futhi, I know. Nizokhala futhi. Thina nje iqiniso lithi striker asikho. Asikho striker ku Pirates. Ayi man. Zikhona i-striker. Let me not, disrespect Abombutum. They are doing a good job, and yeah, he's doing very well. But guys, we need. Yes, Sundowns are I was listening to Bev. Yes, at the Sundowns are Sundowns. Ihambi yosanabo Leon. Yes, ukuthi asinayitrika la South Africa. Inkinga thina masihamba solanda bo Pepra nabo Maro. Kuyafana nje. Into esizoyenza iyo leyo. Masiphuma la South Africa so signing strike. So buya nokwame Pepra. Yeah. And then you want, look at this Leon, already sitting on 7 goal contributions now. Already. Proper reading of the game. Runs into space. Killer instinct. Very instinctive. First touch amazing. Ipala akadlali nalo nje. Phambi kwepali nje uzokulimaza. Amagoli wakhe nje amaningi. Just making those runs, positioning himself properly, and taps it in. Goal. So even Mahopa, as much as we are saying is better than Botuma, the numbers are saying differently. The numbers are saying Botuma is now the best with lesser games than Mahopa. Botuma is sitting on 9 goal contributions. Mahopa is still sitting on 6. Yeah, bon. Radiopane, proper. I've been talking about him, Kokets, even before the Sundowns game. I thought maybe it was going to be somewhat a surprise. That boy, he's not complete, but he's the closest for me. He's smart. He's quick. He is skillful. He uses his body very well. And he is clinical, Radiopan Epalini. And he's done it even in the TTC. He still holds the top record. He's done it for Cape Town Spurs. It's just that maybe he ourselves a bit in the box. But that boy is good. You just need to fix those finer details. Those little things. A striker that can leave you down with a step over. Yeah. So that is a good player. Very, very good player. I remember him. He even drops into the middle. I remember in that game. What game was it? It was against Polokwane. Yes. That's something he did. He left 2-3 players down and made a pass. I don't remember to who. And then we squandered that opportunity also in the game against Polokwane. Pirates, there are players that work hard, they create, and then we miss chances. So Radiopane, he does fit the bill. I just don't know how far he is in terms of fitness. And our coach also, I don't know how bold he is to drop some of these players and put some other ones, and give Abo Chabatane a chance. Not just because we're playing a Nedbank Cup game. Not just because Libone Siema is suspended. Just give the player a chance and bench the other one. Because no one is guaranteed a place. That's what you said. Well, when they start to now drop like this, drop them also. And give other players an opportunity. The issue is that even when they give you an opportunity and they remove this one, you are become worse again. Msendami. I could easily say, coach, start Msendami, bench Apolis. Coach, start Msendami, bench Muremi, bench Mufu. But still, based on what? Because the little chances that he has gotten, he has not showed that I deserve to start or I can do better than this one. So it becomes very difficult to even start him and drop this one that we are saying with okay, they've dropped a bit. Put Mahopa against Keswick Stars. Let's see. Is he gonna do better? Or is he gonna miss? He missed last game. 2 chances, 3 chances. Inside the box, squanders opportunities. Evidence Mahopa. But now, just because he didn't play, we're saying he should have played. If he played, we would have won. But if he plays, you will see something different again, because they don't take the opportunities. When you get an opportunity, you don't grab it with both hands. So I remember. Guys, I'm done. Just going to refresh. And let's move forward. We lost, it's okay. Akuqali ngathi futhi akugcini ngathi. Njengoba ngishilo, mina sishaya ama team. Guys, phela lose igame ebu-3 this year. That was our third loss of the season. Okay? That was our third loss. So it's not so bad. But Peggy Chiefs and Sundowns, they only lost one game. Now that speaks to teams that are very consistent and have the potential to win the league. Chiefs has only lost once. They lost only against Kokone. Didn't Sanka Kaiser Chiefs, eh? Yes. Only one lose. And draws and draws and draws and draws. That is why I'm saying let's not go to that Chiefs game. It's just gonna be a walkover. That's false. That's not true. So you see, we've lost 3 games. It's not bad, but also it's not good. Because the team that you're competing with for the league only lost once. You were supposed to make it 2 losses. And you're gonna remain with your 2 also. But here we are. We're still number 1 because we played more games. Sundowns has a game in hand. They win that game, they go above us. You know that's here. So the reality is that we should not be overly happy that we are number 1. We should talk about the points. We should have opened a 9 points gap, which is Pezulu. It can be temporary. Sundowns, imagine if yesterday's game was the second last game we played. Alright, it was the last game for us, and for them they still had a game in hand. And they played their last game, they win the league. Because they win that last game. That's it. So it's not just about being on top. It's about staying on top. It's about opening the gap so that nobody catches you. Not just staying there. Now, not just being there. Saying, but we're still on number 1. Yeah, but they have a game in hand. They win that game against Amazon. They go above us. And then, it's our team again. Because we are up, but you can see now, Guti, now it's games in hand. We should have opened a 9 points gap. That number 1 would have looked better. Now it doesn't. It looks like now we're just holding the umbrella for them. On Tuesday, they come back and take that number 1 spot. Then we're gonna be taking each other out. Unless ke bakhona bazodliwa. Then awudliwayo uzosalela move. Yabo. Remember solid team ka Rivero. Remember khohlwa. Abdeslam ufikile phela team yakhe manje. Uyenza izinto zakhe. Uyabona nawo. Wenza izinto zakhe. Fama player wakhe. Uyawakhipha lawa amanye kancane kancane. We've seen it, you know, and there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is, you know. When we win, we are happy. When we lose now, we're talking about Rivero. Let's leave Rivero. If we won, we're gonna comment up the slam. What a coach. But because we lost now, it's now Rivero. Well, he's building his own team member. That's what he's doing, you know. And he's making his own legacy, if I can say. He's done well so far. Even now, it's not bad, you know. Where were we last season after 17 games? Last season. Where were we exactly? You know. So he's still in a good position up the slam. He just has to make tough decisions, and he just needs to improve this team. They are not the worst team, but they lack efficiency, as he has said. They lack efficiency. There's no point in building from Sipo Chain, Siema, CBC, Otto, get the ball to Nemtajela or Makaula Tito, you know, Apoli. And then when it gets to Apoli, Sormofukeng, or whoever in the final third, Votuma, then you are wasting the chance. Then you lack efficiency. That's it. You're lacking. You lack that final touch. Then all the work that we have been doing, when now you need to claim it and show you don't. What is the point? Working so hard, but then you don't want to take your payment when you should. The payment should be a goal. You are working so very hard to get the ball in the box. You are working so very hard to get the ball to Mutuma. Now you should score it. You don't. You are cooking, but you're not eating. You are hungry, but you cooked, but you're not eating. Why are you not eating? They are cooking for you. You're not eating. Now the team is hungry. Now we're talking about being hungry and cooking. Yes, Pirates, man. Because, like, guys, you work so hard, and we can see that. But you squander your opportunities. The most important thing is to finish those opportunities. That's how the game is won. Without that, everything else you did, it's almost useless. Not to say it is, but the mandate is to put the ball in the net and win the game. If you lose the game, it means all the work you've done, what did you do it for? He's trying to move the whole Marumo Gallants team to Pirates. Hey, remember? I've heard people say that. Hey, Abdeslam, usilethela abo Shabatane ku Pirates. Usilethela abo Msindami, abo Nemtajela. Amaplayer Marumo Gallants nje. Siyala ku Pirates manje. Sesi Marumo. I remember. Well, it is what it is. Those are good players, you know. They came on merit, doing very well, but obviously the level is different, you know. Now it's a different level. They're at Pirates now. But my question is, Akaibo Muremi Hanti. Muremi. Dinsang mfethu. Dinsang. Akaibo Apolisi. Because these are not the same players we know. Fukeng, he dropped in this game. I was expecting the others to pick up because they have been dropped. They've been dropping in the other games, and Mufukeng was picking them up. So now, if Mufukeng is not at his best, we expect the others to be. At least try and take responsibility. But Mufukeng was not having his best game, and the whole team wasn't. Crazy. That's crazy. So, guys, let's move. Well, he didn't play. It's water under the bridge. Nothing will change. Sundowns won. 3 points gone. Now we have to worry about what is in front of us, not what is behind us. It is what it is. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time to also invest in overseas strikers, because as much as we love our local players, but let's be honest, our local players can't score. They can't score. They need... Just go and check the top goal scorer right now in the league. Tell me, is he a local or not? Those days have passed, remember. No, those days have passed. Now South Africa doesn't have proper strikers, and it is crazy to let go of a player like Mabasa, while you know that the team is struggling to score goals. It's a crazy decision. Oh, but okay, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Which unit do you know, Agupi, guys? Where is he from? Is he South African? Don't tell me he's South African. Oh, he's from Ivory Coast. You see, he's not even South African. Sundowns has had the best strikers. When last did they have the best South African strikers? Abo Shalula are coming, doing very well. They are in the history books. Not South African. You are right. The problem is that they are gonna go and get Brian Leon. We are gonna go and get Kwame Pepra. We are gonna get Ranga Chivaviro. That's the difference. We are gonna go and get Maro Swipeaway. That's the difference. The strikers we go and identify and sign, they're not gonna come and do nothing here. But Sundowns, they have a great eye. Let me tell you, Sundowns, when they have to go out and sign, yes, they do hit the post maybe once or twice. You know, I've seen it with a couple, you know, but they sign the best players outside. We sign the worst players outside. The worst. It's a few that are the best. Few. And then in South Africa, we're able to produce the best. But when we have to go out and scout proper players, shem, forget. Siyobuya nje. It doesn't help to speak about it, foot. We've hit the post. So I must learn about Gilberto. You're gonna go and sign a Gilberto, bro. And you imagine. That is the difference. Sundowns goes, they identify the best, they break that bank here and get the best. Well done to Leon. He's done well. He's up there in terms of confidence now. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and win the Golden Boot also, by the way. Because they're still going to create for him. He's still going to score plenty of goals. I wouldn't be surprised. So, hey, kunzima. But we are born now in South Africa. Aziki Drake. And then uthatha Mabasa. Uyamhambisa, uyamlona uMabasa. Uyamlona. Yeah? You're loaning Mabasa. But you know that that's the best striker we have in terms of being clinical in front of goal. The only thing you need to do is to supply him. And the supply that Thabo Mbuthuma are getting is not even that much. We're not supplying Mbuthuma like that. Supplying him once or twice a game. And he's doing well sometimes to score. But we still have that issue. We don't supply our strikers. We don't supply the striker. So, Mabasa, still, whether he was there or not, it was still going to be a struggle because we're not supplying him. We're not supplying the strikers enough. We don't create enough for the strikers. And you know what we say? Pirates is not a team that depends on one player. Scoring a player different. Okay, good right value scoring a player different. But still, it does not justify Arsenal play goal 10 already this season. So it justifies share goal. Still, guys, it's not good. Pirates has played close to 30 games. You don't have one player that has scored 10 goals in your team. That is bad. It is bad. I don't have a better word. It is bad. I know that Muremi Apolis sometimes scores, Mufukeng sometimes Tito, sometimes Mahopa, sometimes Oksalayo. I don't know, play one at Koramakola 10 with Timiako. We are close to 30 games. Mas begi list yama top goal scorer asiveli. We're not there. Not because we are creating for everyone. We are running away from the problem. The problem is, it's not a problem. It's a good thing that we are creating for everyone. The problem is that we are not clinical. If we were clinical, kube kudala sinama top goal scorer, kube siyalandelana kuleya group le ama top goal scorer. Ama player Pirates kube ayavela i3, i4. The problem is that they're not clinical. That's why we're not in that list. It's not because we are creating for everyone. That everyone is not scoring enough. That's the problem. Because if they were, we would be very far. So, hey, uyakhumbuleka uMabasa in this. And ngishilo ngathi angifuni mina ukuthi sikhulume ngoMabasa. Angifuni ukuthi sikhulume ngombokazi. Because if isikhuluma ngabo, it means kuyabheda. If uzokhuluma ngombokazi, it means kuyabheda. Yabona? We're talking about Mbokazi now. Why did you say because yesterday that defense was breached. That defense was exposed. That defense was data selling. That defense could not track down Leon. That defense. Now you're talking about Mbokazi. Now you're talking about Mabasa. Why? Because those forward players are not scoring enough. They're not clinical. And we've always known. Ayikho nefene Pirates A1 ezoshuthi. Mawungayibuza ukuthi who's the most clinical striker you have at Pirates? Uzokutshela ukuthi Mahopa. Lo muntu uyagula. Ayikho leyo nto. We all know that it is Mabasa. The moment Mabasa left, there was that question. Say, who's gonna score? Who's gonna score a hat-trick at Pirates? One uzokora a hat-trick ubani in that team. Because nikhipha uMabasa namhambisi. And probably angeke asabuye vele. Ngoba i-contract yaphela. Ezinye izinto nje azizwakali kahle. Contract is ending. We decided to loan him. That's a sad ending. Guys, Mabasa had a record to break and to set. It's so sad how he left the club. And I don't want to talk much about him. But it's so sad what happened to him. Because he had a record. He was 8 or 9 goals away to breaking that. That was going to fuel him to break it. It was going to also help us to score goals. He was also going to challenge himself to break that record. He lives without breaking the record of Tsovilagazi. And uzibuza ukuthi ubani lo ovumele yonto leyo. Ayikho lento imbi lento esiyenze kuMabasa bafethu. Wrong futhi. Because he was supposed to break that 9 goals. I-record lakhona liphethe umuntu bengasi striker nokuba striker futhi. Why did we not leave Mabasa to play at Pirates? Why? Because he's the most technical. Ili player lelo on a good day ngakunika amagoli ayi-2 or ayi-3. Ushiya abomakhopa nabombuthuma. Hayi imbuthuma uza kahle. Uyashota yena, but ushiya abomakhopa. What did you expect? Yeah. What did you really expect? So this is sad, and this is why some of our players afterwards they will come and talk about, I didn't live well. They didn't even Erasmus Nyakumbula kahambanga kahle. Umabasa the way simkhiphe ngakhona ku Pirates. Manje uthi uzobuya Zanele. I-contract yakhe yaphela ngoJune. Thina siyamlona. What does that tell you when? What does that tell you? His contract is ending at the end of the season. We're not keeping him, we're loaning him out to another team. I wouldn't be surprised Makpeli season aye ku Sundowns. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Probably Veli is going somewhere. Maybe Pirates was just frustrated by that. I don't know. But it did not make sense. No matter how you look at it, no matter what you try to say, it does not make sense for Pirates to take out Mabasa and loan him. At this time where they want to win the league, there is something that happened in the background. Something happened, and now we are going to talk about Mabasa because our players are not efficient. And the coach did say also, Naigutai, he needs players that are working hard. Players that are well, what's the point? Sometimes you must work smart. You just need to be smart. When you get to that box, you need to use your mind, your brains, and be quick. Our players are taking 20 touches in the box. Sundowns taught us the basics yesterday. It just took one shot, one touch in the box, score. One touch, bah, goal. You're gonna talk and cry. One touch. How many touches does Pirates take inside or around the box? How many touches? We watched Tito against Marumo Gallants. He took 20,000 touches in the box and he still did not take a shot. Yesterday, he still did not shoot. They took the ball and went to score. Because you want to take 50,000 pass. Mabasa, how many goals have you seen our Kora ku Pirates in first touch? First touch. I'm finally ball and first touch yakora. Ngoba understand Mabasa ukuthi ngiseboxing manje asikho isikhathi sokutrappa ngitrappa in. Shoot first time goal. But you have a player asafuna ukuyenza ama video we TikTok. Asafuna ukuthi bawashute nge-slow motion isobabukela ku Facebook angisho. They are trapping 20,000 times. That's what will happen because you think you are playing alone. Undamani uyafika uthatha ibhola. Simple. It recovers. One moment you are in control, the next moment you've lost the battle because of being slow and you are not quick. You don't have sense of agency. Aye bafethu. Iyabhora lento ye-Pirates. Iyabhora, and we've been talking about it while we were winning. Now we lost. Maybe it's gonna make sense to others and our players. You don't want to pull the trigger in the box, guys. Ama-player wethu awafuna ukuthatha responsibility. Akekho umuntu ofuna ukuba accountable ku Pirates. Umfukeng uyazama. Uze kora umfukeng outside the box. Because uyabona ukuthi kuyafana ngiyazama ukubaphasa musa baya waste. I'm trying to create for them, they are always wasting. Let me take the responsibility. Our players, guys, they are full of games. Mina ngiyazibuza ukuthi why ningambuyisi uScott Chickledy once, Why? Why are you not calling him? Bring that coach back to come and teach the strikers and the number 10s how to score, how to behave when they are around the box. Because they play like they are still in their own half. Lapo boxing the opponent or you're just around it. You're just outside it. You're just inside the D circle. But you're playing like you are in the center of the pitch. It doesn't make sense. That's where you are required to be quick in your decision making. But you see, our players, remember, they will frustrate you. These types of games are so painful to lose because it's a game that you know that you had it and then you gave it away. Just gave it away. And then you make stupid mistakes at the back also. Yeah. Mbutuma assisted Tito yesterday. It was Mbutuma. We had clear chances, remember. That game kumele score, remember. And Williams wenze kahle. But kunama chance yabona uMbutuma ngale header yakhe. Hayi ngiyavuma, Williams made the save. But Mbutuma could have directed that header way better than he did. A header, guys, is not just about connecting with the ball nje. Just ukuthi likushaye inhloko. You also pick a spot with a header. You also identify the positioning of the goalkeeper. And, you know, I still feel like he could have directed that way better than he did. You know, he made it a little bit easy for the keeper to save it. Because he went where the keeper was. But, again, I still plead with Pirates. Even if we go on to win this league, whatever. Can you guys please get a striker coach? And while you are on that, get a set piece coach. Just get those two coaches. A coach that will teach you how to take corners and free kicks. A coach that will teach you how to take opportunities when you are in and around the box. Because we are fumbling. We are sitting on 26 goals in the league this season. We should have been on 40, 50 goals right now if we were efficient in the final third. But our players, they just want to score those goals that are always watched on TikTok. 20 hours to shoot. You want to minus everyone, including the keeper. You want to minus everybody. And then you take a shot that goes straight to the goalkeeper, my brother. Straight to the keeper. Straight to the... You're just passing the keeper, basically. So, just get a striker coach, guys. And a set piece coach. Please. When the season ends, just do that. And then let that striker coach stay for the first half of the season. Not just 1 month, man. You know? Not just one. Let that coach stay a bit. Coach Abdeslam is crying out loud about our players not being clinical. Maybe we can see that he's crying like us as the fans. But nothing is changing. Maybe let's add a striker coach there to come and help him out. Hey, they're not scoring. What must we do now? Because we're still going to struggle going forward. If things are going to continue like this, then this problem is not going to end. And it's not a problem that started this year, by the way. The problem that has been going on for years and years. Just for the mere fact that we have Utso Villagas, Sapeti record, 58 goals. 58 goals. That's a record in the PSL era for a player that has scored the most goals. That is crazy. No disrespect to him, but that is crazy. Mabasa ngasikudala bekakora amagoal ayi-50. I shot 8 or 9 goals. Uthi breakelela record leli. Why simhambisile? Why? Hi guys, more naphakathi lento lena. Like ayizwakali kahle. Why? Why did we let him go? It's so sad. And hey guys, we should not be doing that, because those players nabo masibazwisa ubuhlungu. Nathi kisogcina vele kungahambi kahle. I just don't like the way it doesn't sound. His contract is end. I would have understood if we sold him, but still it was gonna frustrate me also. But right now, you decided to say, Tina, ziphethe abombutuma lo mahopa, bazokora bo under the young, when a hambo koreli Stellenbosch. Just like that. Huh? They're hey. I want to remember exactly. You need to direct the header, guys. It's not just about Mbutuma must learn. He's not bad, that boy. Not bad. Mbutuma, you're not a bad player. But you need to learn the basics. When you get a header also, guys, you don't just head the ball. You connect and you direct. You redirect. Remember when you head the ball, you are redirecting it, pal. It's going a certain direction. You are changing it to a certain direction also. Make sure that redirection, you pick a spot. You see where the goalkeeper is, and you try to put it as far away as you can from the keeper, not the back of the net, from the keeper. You're not just heading the ball and you connected with it. Because I've seen that happening a lot. Just connect with the ball. No. You need to connect with it properly so. But again, here we are. Here we are. We move on. No, remember, it doesn't make sense, Koketo. It doesn't. That one, remember, ayizwakali noma bangathi angisifeni kaMabasa ayizwakali lento le. Noma bangathi ngiyamzonda uma okusalayo le. Mawungayibeka nje uhlangana think, use your mind. It does not make sense that Mabasa was loaned out to Stellenbosch and we are wanting to win the league. You're talking about a player that won a top goal scorer, Leslie Manyatela Golden Boot 2 seasons ago here. You're talking about a player that scored a hat-trick last season. The one player. I'm sure against Marumo, kube uMabasa bekakhona abesebanika boma 6 futhi. Ngoba uMabasa uyakora. And akadlali futhi eboxini uyakora. But decided ukuthi siyamhambisa. So guys, I hope this is not going to backfire. We're already starting to fumble now. No, not all is lost again. I still believe we can go all the way. But for me, I want to watch that Soweto derby the most. I want to see something there. I want to see the response there, in that game. Unzima, man. And yesterday, Minavela was frustrated because I don't want to spoon feed anyone. I don't want to be patient with anyone. This is not the time to be patient with nobody. Hey, we are in the middle of the season. It's not the time to wait for anyone now. Not the time to be hopeful for anyone. Okay, we can justify it maybe for the new signings. Abum Sendami, is still trying to find his feet. I don't know how long. But the others, you guys have been there throughout. You've been there throughout. There's no way we can say Uzani. You've been there for a long time. Sundowns as a Pirates player. Yeah? How many games was that for him? How many games was that? Yo, but but they still, that as hell. When they have to cross the balls or cut back the balls, they decide to shoot. Ziyalila. So abafethu hey, Sibisi member angifoni. I remember I don't want to talk too much. Abosibisi we beaten for pace, shem. Ipace bashayile. Izolo ipace hey, sikhombisile uBrian ukuthi namhlanje. Ngoba nihlezi nikhuluma ngespeed ngizonikhomba ukuthi speed yini. Oh, you think you have him and then you think you don't. He's gone. One moment he's here, the next gone. You see him in front of you now. So I remember. So Msendami, there's nothing positive I can say. Now I can just try to plead with the Buccaneers to just be patient. I don't know for how long. I don't know. But he has not showed up at all, And again, there are players that show up immediately. There are players that take time. Even Muremi took time to show up. And then now he's gone again. I don't know how long he's going to come back. So it happens, guys. I know. Hey. Hey, man. Azikhalile KG. Basishaya ngamaside. Beka leya pass leyana awumbheke nje uSantos makaphasa member. Ulindile wabheka wathi vele uLeon vele une space lapha. Wayishaya pass free. No one was pressuring him. Passed the ball very nicely. Aubrey Modiba again. Passed the ball very nicely. Brian Leon, good runs. That guy. Yes. How I yen. Yo. His runs, guys. His runs. Yo. I know. Top notch. Sundowns signed them. They got a good player, a player that is smart and reads the movements and reads the game. Very intelligent. I love those types of players. Aware, instinctive players. And he doesn't do fancy things, bruh. He just does simple things. Yabona ibhola lamanje lizokuhlupha yo. Asidinga abantu abakhona ukudribula, abafaka ibhayithi, bashiya ama-player phansi. We need just the basics, like ukutrap. Abantu bahlola ukutrapa nokuphasa ibhola basakhona. Ama-basic lawo into oyifundo usakhula leyo, like ukuphasa nokutrapa. And you must know ukuthi ukutrapa, you put the ball in a better position for you to take the next touch. Abanye mabatrapa ungena amashibobo. Lapho udlalela iPirates, you are earning every month, playing for the biggest team, one of the biggest teams in Africa. But first touch ayikho. Kumele sibe patient ngalokho. Seboxini ushaya phezulu, ushaya esayidini. You're not testing the keeper. Uzothola ama-player afana nabo Fiston Mayele bazokukhomba ukuthi yenzwa kanjani lento. And uMayele naye sekawile manje. Just dropped all of a sudden. Not scoring anymore. But yo guys, kunzi. You can't celebrate all the time. There's a time for crying and joy. Accept the results. Yeah, I remember, that's true. And we are always joyful. We are always celebrating. We're always celebrating winning, Angish. So now we must take it, remember. If ujwayele ukushaya abantu noma bakushaya kumele uaccept ukuthi manje hey thola intanga zami zingishayile futhi ungayithathi kabi, ufunde from that so that you get better. Yabo, that's it. So we need to take this lose and keep our heads up and learn from what they did well that we didn't, and what we didn't do right that they did. And we learn from that and we move on. You must not be a bad loser, because if you're a bad loser, you're gonna keep losing. So we must take the lose and fix our mistakes. And really was just behind Hoto in a much better position to shoot. Man, really was khahlelela nje yena. Uyambona ukuthi ugcinele nokukora from lapha kuleya position leyana. Mara nje i-decision yabona, member, nezinye izinto you expect, ama-player who are experienced, ama-player who are older, to be able to assist these young ones, with those things, because they've been there. But now you find that these young ones, these inexperienced ones, are the ones who are even doing better than the ones that are expected to do better. I expect players like Makaula, Nabo Hoto to be the ones that are showing and teaching. Abondaba, Nabombutuma, Nabomfukeng, they're the ones who should be doing that, But hey, ibola lamanje guys, ibola as in the hardest things now are the easiest ones, and the easiest ones are the hardest. Crazy. It's so crazy. Well, it didn't happen, so let's move on. Maybe you're gonna meet them again in the Nedbank Cup, who knows? We shall see. So alright guys, up to Coach Abdeslam. Where from here? This is his team. Tina, all we want is a response. And all we want is that Orlando Pirates won the league. The last game they lost was against Sundowns in the league. And going forward, they did well. They won their games. They took this loss and it pushed them to do well, to do better, and to fight harder. That's all. Because if this is going to destroy us, to get beat by Chiefs, I want to guys, we fumble against Chiefs, then no. If we fumble against Chiefs, then I'm gonna start to have doubts, Mina, on my side. Because this game will destroy us. This one of Sundowns, but it's not that much damaging, you know, because we're still in the race. We lose to Chiefs, okay, cool. We can still be in the race, but you see, you lose a derby, you lose against Sundowns, you lose against Chiefs back to back, like in 1 week, in 7 days, or 10 days. That will really destroy our players. It will really destroy our fans, and it will cause havoc. It will cause a lot of negative energy, and it's definitely gonna get to the players. I don't know if psychologically and mentally they will be able to continue going forward and do well. So that game against Chiefs becomes very important, because it's a game that if we win, we get back our pride, we get back, you know, our confidence. And if we can be more clinical in it, I will be so happy and make a statement, Nyana, you know, score goals and win. But it's hard to say that because we're not clinical. And now we are playing against the best defensive team in the league. Of course, Kaiser Chiefs. You know, so we have to be careful, guys. That game of Chiefs is very important. It's a game that can push us, but it's a game also that can pull us back even further. We must be careful in that game. And it's a derby. The most hardest game to predict. Yo, I'm a derby, guys. I prefer ukuyidlala ngidliwe than ukuthi ngiwinile. Hey, ngoba iderby ingenye indlela. Yo, hayi. And especially ama-team on form, mawafika kwi-derby nje vele nje icon. So let me close it here, ladies and gents. We're gonna continue. I'm done talking about this. We are done talking about this. Today is Thursday, ne? Right? We are playing on Saturday. So guys, put that behind you as soon as you can. It will not help us with anything to continue with it. Let's just put it behind us and move on. I know you are disappointed, member, but sekudlulile. Ayikho enye, member. Even if Pirates was to beat the rest of the other teams and win the league, until we beat Sundowns in the league, I won't be happy. Yo, man, just wanna beat Sundowns. Well, in the last league game we played, we drew. Before that, we won 2-1 in FNB. Today, yesterday we lost 2-1, unfortunately. And we shall see next time in the league. I don't know in the cup games if we're gonna meet in the Nedbank Cup. It's possible. We shall see. Remember, they have their game, we have our game, so we have to win those games, and then maybe we can meet Angas. It will depend. Yeah, they need to be strong mentally. Remember, this is where the mentality part of things comes to mind. If you are very weak, you're gonna fall even harder and deeper. But if you are strong mentally, then this is where you rise the most, because this is a wake-up call. This is a punch that wakes you up from your sleep, you know, and a reality check. So you need to respond as such. So we shall see how it will go. For now, I appreciate all of you guys. Naki sharp no. I'm leaving, guys.